Hi, everyone. Quick little disclaimer for you.
As a bonus disclaimer from the one that we usually do at the top of the show,
Yes.
we just want to let you know that this episode has got some funky audio going on.
Yeah. Probably going to take the blame for this one. Hadn't realised didn't have a good idea of what was going on with all of our project files.
You had no backups, Jordan.
I had no backups.
You had no backups.
Lost everything.
And conveniently, it meant that Jordan's a lot louder.
And
So,
a lot better.
well, whatever.
No, that was a given anyway, yeah, regardless of whether I had lost the files or
In any case, for Jordan fans, this episode's for you. For Keiran fans, there'll be something coming in the pipeline. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Kieran's mum.
I'm not saying sabotage. I'm just saying there'll be one in the pipeline.
Well, you did just say sabotage.
I'm not saying sabotage. I'm just saying sabotage. Enjoy. Hey, you sexy listeners. Here's the thing we do at the start of the podcast where we tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be swearing, spoilers, and opinions. This is the bit at the beginning. Here it is, right now. Hey, and here it goes, podcast.
Welcome to 250 Reasons to Stay Indoors. I'm Jordan.
I'm Keiran.
And this is the podcast where we watch the IMDb top 250 film list. We watch them with a random number generator which picks them for us. And then we say stuff about them and tell you whether it was worth our time or not, you dirty rat scallions.
You were going to say sluts. Come on.
I was thinking about it.
Today, we watched A Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
Totally forgot the name of that film.
No, that's how forgettable the film was.
And we also made some predictions about it beforehand.
We did. So here's those.
In the past.
We
listened to this. Actually, we spoke.
Well, yeah, we did.
In the past.
In the past. Okay, prediction time. So, A Wednesday.
How's a Wednesday going to be about?
Gee, I don't know, Keiran. Maybe a Wednesday?
Yeah, but maybe it's just like a guy telling us about his routine, or it could be anyone telling us about their routine on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
it'd be quite nice if it's like one of those ones where it's like lots of people's stories happening all in one day and they all interconnect. Yeah, like
starts with a bunch of vox pops. Right. People look at, like, David Brent looks at the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Or speaks to someone on the camera, and it's
like,
on a Wednesday I start my day by doing this, and then
just start like Wednesday. What was I doing on Wednesday?
And it's like, I do this, and then cuts away whilst they're still speaking. Yeah. Cuts away to them in the shop or whatever, and then and
they interact with someone. And then
they're talking about what they're doing on a Wednesday. Yeah. Before I go to the gym, I go to the shop.
If that's not what it is, we should make that film.
Exactly.
But we just don't know.
But it's just a bunch of people doing really ordinary things. It's not even like, but then the apocalypse happens. It's just like, nah, it's just a Wednesday.
Yeah. So yeah, totally wrong. Couldn't have been further from the truth, really.
Mm-hmm. That was a load of stuff happening in Mumbai.
Yes. So here's a couple of fast thoughts for you for the film. Indian.
Pale coloured shirts.
Yes. Shirts with vests underneath.
People wearing shirts who I thought should be wearing army uniforms.
Yeah, I'm going to move past the shirts now. We're stuck on that a little bit.
Okay.
Moustaches.
Lots of traffic.
Yes. Weird fight scenes.
Lots of overdubbed vocals.
Yeah. Generally odd.
The sound effects. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A bit of James Brown in there for you.
There you go.
Yeah, so Keiran, if you wouldn't mind doing us all a big favour and just giving us a 15-second pitch. On your marks, ready, set, go.
A man has a lot of beef with the government system in India, and so he decides to take it into his own hands. He becomes a terrorist, plants 6 bombs around the city, and gets a journalist and a bunch of other people involved to put the word out. And He threatens to blow some places up, but actually he doesn't in the end, and it's all a bit of a manhunt, but no one dies, apart from 4 terrorists.
I had to I paused it and then I let it go a little bit more and then paused it again. 20 seconds, 29 milliseconds. That was absolutely appalling, Keiran. Terrible. So yeah, I mean the film basically, it comes in on. It starts with like the chief of police or something, and he's just talking about. There was this. Well, I'm not even going to start doing
Wow.
it. Yeah, that was bad. I think it was going into like Mexican. There was this.
No, I'm not doing that either because I can do it, but not.
I don't think either of us should be trying to do an accent. Also, just going to put a disclaimer out there now. Can't remember anyone's name, and I kind of feel bad about that. But I'm not good with names at the best of times. So we're going to probably be referring to people by their jobs. Chief of Police man, he was talking about the worst case happened on a Wednesday. Comes into the past, it's one of those ones where it starts out in the future and then goes back into the past. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong?
Well, it starts in the present, then goes into the past.
Okay, yeah. Present is the past, and then it just sort of goes through about this. A bomber.
What? No.
A terrorist?
Yes. So the guy's a terrorist.
Yeah.
But he looks like some normal dude who just wants to file a complaint at the police station.
Basically, yeah.
And so he tries to file his complaint at the police station because he lost his wallet or something, and he plants a bomb in the toilet.
Yes.
Then he goes off to a rooftop.
Yes. Chills on the rooftop.
Chills on the rooftop with all of his papers and stuff. He calls up the chief of police, says, "Hey, mate, I've planted a bomb.
Yeah.
I'll call up in a little bit with my demands."
Yeah.
All hell breaks loose as far as the police guy is concerned because he gets all of his buddies on board. He's like, "Hey, get the info, get the people.
Yeah.
I need this sorted, please."
Yeah.
He's got 5 hours to sort this all out before the guy decides to blow everything up. He says he's got 6 bombs around the city. Then what happens is
he has to move. He gives him the request once everything's sort of in place, and then his request is for 4 well-known terrorists to be moved from separate facilities into one place, pretty much. He moves them. They all get moved into one place. And then one of them gets taken away because there's this one cop that's like, nah. So there's 3 of them all in this one place, and then he blows them up. And it's like, oh, what? The terrorists killing the terrorists?
That's a twist.
What?
And the reason for this is because the guy who's like the initial terrorist is actually just a common man.
Just a common man.
And that comes up a lot.
He's a common man. Mm-hmm. A common man.
A common man who...
Just a common man.
He is a common man who just wants to bring some change, I
Look
guess.
into a crowd. You'll see him there. A common man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is a common man.
Wow, they really drove that point in.
There was a common man. So the deal is he was saying you would be fine with all of these people dying, but for me to kill 4 people is such a huge deal, or something like that.
Yeah.
So he wanted to make that kind of change.
The message behind the general message behind the film is something that you can kind of get behind. How well that message was delivered. That's what we're about to get into.
Here we go. Beefs. Now, my first beef is the amount of overdubs in this film was just silly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because maybe Mumbai is really loud and so they can't record a great deal of sound on site.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
So maybe it's that, but maybe it's just a trope of Indian cinema where they overdub everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I got used to it by the time the second half of the film came around, but definitely in the first half of the film, it was so jarring how everyone was... Okay, by the way, everyone speaks Hindi in this film. It's an Indian film.
Yeah.
And we had to spend ages trying to find a version with subtitles.
Oh my God, literally...
I spent 2 hours.
Yeah, I didn't spend that long, but it was painful.
Yeah, it was very, very hard.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where it's like, okay, this is the first time the number generator has really just kicked me in the balls. It's like, I'm not too sure that I want to do this. This is hard.
But we did it. So I thought, surely they're all speaking Hindi. And the only reason why the overdubbing would look weird is if the overdubbing is in a different language. But no, they're speaking Hindi, and the overdubbing is in Hindi. And I can tell because the way that they move their mouths is like the same words, right?
Yeah.
And so, why is it that they've decided to overdub? Is it like, we like that guy's face, but his voice sucks?
Yeah, weirdness. I find overdubbing in general just annoys me in films. One of the things in terms of just like the use of language and stuff like that, they kept like going into English.
Yeah.
Random bits.
But okay, so this is something I actually know a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
enlighten me.
The vibe with the Hindi language.
Yeah.
So they can speak like straight up Hindi.
Yeah.
But there are certain words that really reference some things that aren't translated as well in Hindi.
Okay.
So, for example, when they say police commissioner, they're going to say police commissioner because that is a word, believe it or not, that the British brought about when they kind of invaded India.
Wait, we did what?
Yeah, I know. We didn't learn about it in school, but that totally happened.
Right? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That happened. Yeah. Orcs.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, so anyway. So there's a bunch of words that the British put into India as if like, these are our words and you better say our words, and they haven't found a translation that works suitably enough. I kind of guess that's the vibe. And also with films, it happens a lot more frequently. So when they want to make a point when they want to make a point with a certain sentence.
Yeah, it definitely was like the very like westernized sentences, wasn't it? Almost.
Yeah. And there's some funny ones coming up. Okay, but just quickly on the overdubbing thing, when there's footsteps down a hallway and the guy's 20 meters away, we wouldn't still be able to hear his footsteps. So why'd you put the footsteps in the film?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to hear them.
Doesn't make any sense.
If you were that far away.
No.
It was, that was just really frustrating.
Yeah. I just want to take a minute to just talk about how sinister they tried to make this old man look right at the start of the film. When the music, it's like Satanus whispering something out of The Omen, like, like literally, it was like, this guy is just a dude with an old man with a mustache. He looks so unthreatening. It was like, stop. I just didn't feel.
Dude,
no.
All of the noises and sound effects were just ridiculously dramatic for no good reason.
Yeah.
Especially when he puts it's really poignant, but the sound effect was just so extra. When he puts the bag in the police station underneath the seat.
Yeah.
It's like, he puts it there, and you're just expecting the sound effect of like he slides the bag underneath the seat. Yeah, it was incredible.
He has just dropped a bomb.
Exactly. The guy was telling the story of so there's this actor who's really scared of someone that called him.
Yeah.
That plot line just
where did that go? What happened with that? That was weird.
That just ended. That was a big deal for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even understand what the purpose of that whole thing was.
That was just ridiculous. But in any case, he was telling the story, and his hand was shaking with the teacup in his hand.
Yeah.
No, that never actually happens.
No.
Like no one ever holds tea if they're that scared.
Also, like just the acting when it was retelling the bit when he's actually getting the phone call, and it's just like he's like, what? You don't answer the phone in two? You answer it in less than 2 rings, yeah? And you're like, guys, oh my God, I'm so scared. This was literally like, no, you don't look at all terrified. I'm not buying what you're selling, sir.
Yeah, I'm not taking it.
I'm not having it.
All right, there's this character. Okay, who is some kind of person in the police force. He's not an official policeman.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
It just infuriated me because it seems
what does
like
he do?
He goes places and fucks people up to get information out of them.
Yeah, but doesn't even do that. He just kind of fucks them up, and then you just get the scene afterwards where they're like bleeding and tell him something.
Exactly.
Like it sort of like cuts away. It's just like a beating scene, and then cuts away. There's more people there now, and he's just like, oh, it was this person. And like it's not like all in one thing. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
What is he though? I think he's like Like 80, it was 80 something, like 80s, or like I think he was supposed to be some sort of like special
Some kind of
police
special ops
branch.
kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
like a CIA level sort of thing, that
But
kind of
all
thing.
he looked like was a thug. And this is the thing that pissed me off the most about his character, is that he really makes a point of chewing gum.
I didn't notice that.
How could you not notice that? He was like... And it was just... Oh, it was so gross. It was just so horrible.
Oh, no, I didn't notice that at all.
Like, there was a full, like... There were a bunch of scenes, not in the second half. Clearly, he was like, this shit's too real for me to chewing gum.
My pockets are too full of guns to hold any gum. Yeah,
No.
That's why that sentence was hard, because guns and gum are basically the same word.
No gum, guns. No space for gum, but I got guns. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, he was chewing a load of gum and it was really gross. Also, there was when the first time that we meet him, he's playing a racing game on his phone. In 2008, no one has a racing game on their phone.
Well, I was looking at that and I was just thinking, well, we've definitely come a very long way.
We've come a long way.
2008, this film was filmed,
that's too
though.
early.
But
unless you had maybe if you had a
10
BlackBerry.
years, huh? Just dawned on me. Yeah.
If you had a BlackBerry, then you might have had a racing game. But this was like a brick phone.
I'm pretty sure I probably had a racing game on my phone.
No, there was Snake in 2008.
No, man, there was games. I used to you get them at the back of like your like a Simpsons magazine, and then in the back of the magazine there's like all the little bits that you dial to like download you remember now.
For me it would be like on a CD, and then it'd be like text this number for the ringtone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sort of thing. And you used to like have to download, and that was when you didn't get data. You just like 3G was some weird thing that like you weren't supposed to use.
Was the thing.
Yeah, mate, I remember, what was it? Nah, don't remember it.
What, just G?
G, yeah.
No, G was never there. It was 2G to begin with, and then 3G, and then the 4G
GPRS. No, GPS.
No.
GPS. That's what it was. It used to be like that before.
It used to be called GPS.
Or GPRS, something like that.
Okay.
Really showing our age now, I think.
Wow, decent. So,
there was a woman who was like a reporter who the terrorist was sort of using as his method of getting his information, because he had like a TV set up. That was great as well. One of those little tiny portable TVs from back in the day. I had one of those. And he's sort of like calling her and is like, it is going to be the most important day of your life. Don't know what that accent was. Don't know. And we first come into her.
Phrasing!
We first find out about her, and like the first scene is just her sort of warming up before she's going on to set.
Yeah.
And she's just repeating over and over, this is good, this is good, this is good. This is like, as if she's trying to like warm up her. And I just instantly was like, is this some sort of subliminal messaging thing trying to make me think?
Her makeup.
Is she just trying to make me think that the film is good? Is what I'm hearing. Like, it was just like, just before we start, like as we're getting in, it's like I was like already starting to like check out of this film with all of the effort I had to put in to get to it. And I was just like, okay, this is looking ridiculous. This is good. This is good.
What
good.
it looked like to me was that it was a guy who wrote the script, and he's like, all right, so to intro the character of the female reporter, we've got she's got to be looking at her makeup in the wing mirror of her van.
Yeah.
What do women say when they're looking at their makeup? They say, I look sexy. No, that's a bit too much.
Too much, yeah.
Do they say anything at all? I mean, they're not going to say nothing, are they?
No.
We have to feel positive about how attractive this woman is, so she will say, this is good, this is good, this is good. No, that would just not happen. That's just ridiculous. There's a point where the guy, so the main terrorist dude, he goes onto the roof of some abandoned building.
Yeah.
I just found it hilarious that was a place that you could do your admin on a roof.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, but then at the same time I found it stupid because, the setup of his desk on the roof, chair, desk, there's
standard setup.
Standard, classic.
Timeless.
He's also got several mobile phones, a bunch of SIM cards, some loose pieces of paper, a laptop, and a landline phone. First of all, there's no power on this rooftop. Second of all, he's not paying.
Wow, you know what? That completely went over my head. Oh my God, that's so annoying.
Of course.
Where the hell is he plugging all of this stuff into?
He's got absolutely no power, and he's not as if he's running everything off battery power.
No.
Especially because he's got a landline telephone My man's not paying line
Which he
rental.
doesn't use.
He's not. He doesn't use, but you would have assumed he's plugged in somewhere. He's not put that cable in anywhere.
No.
He's not paying frickin' BT broadband anything, is he?
No.
He's not.
It's literally like the one of the most infuriating things for me about films from like, well, from just like, I guess that era, just earlier films when they're trying to portray people that are like technologically advanced.
I have to stop you. It's era.
Era. That era.
Sorry, say your point.
It's the most annoying thing about films from that era. Yeah, it annoys me that, like, you completely throw me off, Keiran, thanks. It annoys me when it's like Hacker Man doing the hacks and it's like, press the button, bloop, 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 and now you are into the mainframe. Like, it pisses me off so much when it's just like, it's not even close. Like,
I find it hilarious when he, we spoke about this before, when he turns on his laptop, which is, it's not a Dell,
No.
it's not a HP, it's not Mac, it's not any kind of laptop that we might know. Maybe they have these kind of laptops in India, I don't know. But what I definitely know is that it sure as hell ain't a Mac.
It definitely is.
And he opens his laptop, presses...
Boom.
And it's not even as if that sound effect was discreet. Like, there was a whole lot of music going on, and they made a really big point of being like, guys, this is definitely a Mac.
Yeah,
definitely.
But it like had a little boot screen that was like some other random thing. I swear, it wasn't Windows. It was just dong.
Oh, so stupid. And I mean, the good thing about doing your admin on a rooftop or organising a terrorist day is you get a lot of nice air conditioning. Pretty cool. Down on the ground.
What, outside?
Yeah. Decent.
I don't know. I think that would be really hot. He's like up high, heat rises, and he's just like under no cover, just with the sun bearing down on him for the whole day.
That's a really good point. And also, the times where it was windy, I was thinking those SIM cards and pieces of paper are getting blown away.
Yeah.
So he had no paperweights.
Yeah.
So I just didn't think that it was practical.
Yeah, I mean, right, in terms of beefs, I mean, the whole thing of this guy being an ordinary guy, like...
He's not ordinary.
No, they made a point of, in his, like, this, like, 15-minute monologue he had at the end, he makes the point of saying, oh, you think that this... Like, I can just come across, like, it's been a long time of me getting used to this, but then the vibe I got from it was like, it's been a long time that he's been preparing this, but then his job got in the way or something, so it's taken even longer. But then, like, I'm sorry, and he's like, you can Google how to build a bomb, and it's super easy, you can make it out of soap, all of this stuff. It's like, well, where are you finding out how to, like, hack into, like, phones and all of this, to the point where they're the police force that have an entire room of like computer geeks and have to bring in a hacker, and the hacker's saying he's the best.
You're not just a common man.
No, it's like you've made too many, like, you've made this, like, the writers and the film in general has made this guy not a common man, but have leaned the entire weight of the story and like the actual meaning behind it on him being a common man, and he's just not.
Exactly. Also, when he pours himself tea, really white tea.
I was like, that looks more like some sort of milkshake, like some sort of chocolate milk thing.
Not really having that. At one point where he's like, oh, man, the war room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
so the police, great. So when we first find out that the guy is like, planting some bombs and shit, and he calls the police commissioner dude, and he's like, by the way, mate, plant some bombs. And the guy's like, thanks for letting me know, fuck. And so he calls, so this police commissioner dude calls everyone up, and he's like, yes, I'm just going down, we've got bombs and that, can we sort this out? Cool, nice one. And he walks down this corridor, and he's like, let's go to the war room. And when he walks out of his office and walks down the corridor to the war room, I'm saying he walks for about 50 meters to get to the war room. Now, war room sounds like it should be top secret, in an underground bunker, not open to the public.
No.
Whereas this war room was all of those things.
Yeah, it was literally like a simple door from like a sort of, what's it called? What do you call those bits in the middle where it's a courtyard? Like almost like a courtyard sort of thing in the building, and then it's just like a door straight to this big war room.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
No.
And also, oh man, I found it so hilarious. Like when he first opens the door and you get the first look into the war room.
Yes, sir.
yeah, there's that. And there's also all of the screens where they've got these big graphics of war stuff. Man, it's hilarious how fake it is.
That was weird as well, because I swear there was, you know how you get that thing when you record a screen and it does that weird flickering because of the like frames per second and all that. I swear the big screen in the middle looked like it was CGI'd on to avoid having to deal with that. And I was just like,
That's the exact one that I was just like, that's the funniest thing about this. Also, they have all of this tech in this room, which apparently is on laptops and not, full-on desktop computers, but also reel-to-reel tapes.
Yeah.
And you would have thought they would have found another way
I just don't know what's going on in the IT department of this police force.
They've got an answer phone machine, which looks like my mum's answer phone machine from 2005. Which, okay, fine if that's the one you have.
I was actually thinking that was someone that looks like ours at work.
Well, when
it's just dated.
Jordan says ours, I don't work with Jordan.
Okay, all right, Jesus.
This is play. Anyway, just before the phone call, where the guy, like the terrorist dude, calls the police commissioner on his mobile phone, because sure, the police commissioner just answers everything from his mobile phone. So just before the terrorist calls the guy's mobile phone, there's some minion that comes over and rushes over and puts some headphones on in the war room.
Yeah.
As if to say, I've got to listen to this. But everyone else in the war room can hear it. So what's he coming over for?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what's going on with how the audio is translating. Because there's like, even when he's like requests that the two operatives that he sends out have phones with loudspeaker capabilities. It's like, that's how old this film is. Like, that's a feature in a in a phone. Does it have a speaker? Is what we're saying. Yeah, and is it loud? No. Yeah.
One of my favorite bits, and I did a screenshot. I'll share it on the Twitter because I just found this so funny. The war room, you've got your policemen in your uniforms and stuff, and then you've got about 20, 30 other people all wearing your light coloured shirts of light purple, light blue, light green, all of this. No uniform. Nothing unifying them apart from just the fact they're all wearing pale coloured shirts. And on 2 or 3 of their desktop screens is just the old Windows PC background.
I noticed that. Yeah, it's
of
great.
The green field and the blue sky. Yeah. It's like they'd just been watching porn and they quickly closed the tab and went onto that desktop screen.
Gotcha. Yeah.
They just looked really silly at that point.
There was one bit that I really liked when the police commissioner guy is coming out of the war room and he's talking to someone, and then another, like, a slightly chubby police officer comes out with a book.
It's like a scrapbook. It's like, oh, can you have your autograph, please?
It's just like comes up to him, just like, sir, we're doing the lunch order. Do you want to just sign it?
It's Gary's 50th birthday.
And it goes nowhere. It's literally just almost as if to just prove this guy has some level of authority. It's just like, excuse me, can you just sign here, please? Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, and then just walks off, and you never see him again.
We're raising money for it, and oh man, that was just so stupid.
But there was another fat chubby policeman that I quite liked, who it was with the bit where they do the drop off and the swap between the terrorists.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this one, and I was like looking at him. I was like, "Are you just black?" Because he was really dark. I was like, "Are you just black, or are you just a dark Indian man?" I don't know.
Dark Indian man.
Yeah, but he had a thick moustache, and literally comes out looking so serious, and like he's just staring at them, and they're like, "Okay, here's the drop. Here we go. Okay, we're ready, everyone. Here we go." And then it's just like he answers the phone. He's like, "Hello, yes, sir." And that's it. And like he looked like he was just so happy. Like I could just imagine this guy like going home, like phoning his mum's like, "Mum, I was in a film." And it's just like, and they watch it, and it's just like, "Here we go. Hello, yes, sir." And
that was me.
It's literally like the deadest like line. It was crazy.
That's good though. Pay rise. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. There was an interrogation that happened, and the guy the guy who's being interrogated is not giving any information, and then your boy, who's some guy from the special ops who chews gum and that, comes into the interrogation chamber, whatever you call it, and the interrogation suspect starts pissing himself.
Yeah, who does he knows who this guy is then, I guess? Like,
I think everyone knows who this guy is.
who is this guy?
It's just some guy who comes in and fucks shit up.
It's so weird.
But my beef with that is that he was pissing himself with dry trousers. That's a new one.
I was looking at the trousers and I was like, I guess maybe this is a low quality copy or something because I can't see any wee here.
No, there was. No, there was wee coming out.
What, like on the floor or something?
It was like if you put a hose on.
Yeah.
But really like a tap kind of vibe.
Okay.
It's like a tap coming out of the side of his trousers, but his actual crotch area was completely dry.
Okay, because I was about to say, when you pee, it is sort of like a hose. I mean, I don't know about you, but a slightly less strong
trousers. It just seeps through your trousers. Whereas this, it looked as if
you sound like you've got a lot of experience of wetting yourself, Keiran.
I don't.
Kieran's incontinent,
but I have pissed myself before. Because I think most
we've all pissed ourselves.
Exactly,
before.
That's what I'm saying. So when I have previously pissed myself.
What was that?
That was supposed to be a film thing.
Was it?
Or a series thing.
Previously on Kieran's life.
When he pisses himself.
Oh no, Mum, I've wet myself again.
Yeah. There you go.
Tune in next time.
What's the cliffhanger in that show?
In what show? Oh no, Mum, I've pissed myself.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever made it to air. I don't know.
Okay. Cancelled.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy should have had wet trousers when pissing himself, but he didn't. He had dry trousers, and I was just really confused by that. It made no sense.
Yeah, weird.
There was a point where...
I'm still trying to think of the cliffhanger for that show. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to move on, and you can chime in with that.
I'm imagining like a willy on a coat hanger thing. I'm trying to work out how that, like, some sort of symbolism between a cliffhanger
and dick on a coat hanger.
Yeah, but it's not a cliff is not phallic at all. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like a cliffhanger.
But in my head, the cliff was the hanger, and the dick is hanging off both the cliff and the hanger now.
So it's a hang cliff.
Oh, this is dead.
No, let's keep going with it. I think we've got something here. We'll just work it out. No.
When they transport the terrorists, the High Commissioner gives them loads of advice, and he's given them their guns, and there's like a very small montage of them getting kitted up. But all they really have is 2 pistols and a fancy waistcoat, which might have some protection inside it.
Yeah, that it was literally like a fancy waistcoat. It looked like something you could buy from like Uniqlo or something. It was like
Uniqlo.
Yeah.
Oh, the fancy shop.
Yeah. The fancy shop.
Well, I don't get all my clothes from Uniqlo.
It's not a fancy shop, though.
It is.
It's a basic shop.
What?
No, not like as in basic, as in that's where you get your basic clothes. What? I'm not saying it's Primark, but it's like not fancy. It's just.
Yes, it is. How expensive is Uniqlo?
I literally got a jumper from there for like £9.50, like a big woolen jumper.
Really?
Yeah.
I should go there.
It's great.
Ah.
Yeah, it was in the sale, admittedly.
Okay, it just always looks really premium.
No, not at all. It's literally just like normal clothes.
Every fucking episode we give free advertising to another company. We can't keep doing this. Okay, anyway.
This episode is sponsored.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Someone give us money, please. Anyway, in this little scene where they're in the little armory and they get, all right, here's your guns, here's your waistcoat from Uniqlo, sponsored, and the guy, the High Commissioner dude, is given like all of the like bam bam bam. You do this. You make sure that they stay in one place.
Yeah.
You don't play any silly bitty rules because
no silly buggers.
No silly buggers because the guy's gonna fucking blow everyone up. And then after all this, he says, "So that's it, guys. Keep it cool. All the best." Right at the end, and he just
whoa.
Did you like that?
That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I was practicing that on the way here.
You were, weren't you? I could tell because you just went into that pretty confidently. Right. Your eyes lit up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But it was. And
we'll have a drink later. Yeah. No, not us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what the guy said. And I just thought that was really strange how it was all like serious. It's like, But at the end of the day, just have a laugh, you know?
Yeah.
You got to laugh with these
Hey,
things.
man, I mean, you're going out to fight some terrorists. You got to take it easy.
Yeah, just don't worry about
Light and breezy.
it. Exactly. Jai's girlfriend.
Yeah?
So do you know who Jai is?
Yeah, I do, actually. He's the good policeman.
He is the good
They
policeman.
did a very, very strong, not strong as in it was good, but just it was very apparent, good cop, bad cop kind of thing going on, didn't they?
Yeah, very right.
His face, he looked like he had a kind face sort of thing. Like he looked like a good cop. He couldn't.
Also, him and his girlfriend, hot couple.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'm saying yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah then.
Good. So, but anyway, when his girlfriend called, she said that their son was asleep when they were coming off the train.
Yeah.
That son was definitely making noises and movements.
No. He wasn't moving. Like I could buy it, but I was like, how? How is he asleep? Like you're in the middle of a busy train
The son
station.
was definitely moving. He was definitely moving.
Oh, you think she's just lying to him? Is it even his son?
I mean, I don't know that much.
No.
Isn't that that was the sound effect from? No. That was the sound effect from the like. No, Jordan.
Yeah.
The sound effect you just did there.
Yeah.
Was the sound effect from?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah. That is.
Yeah, no, it's very subtle in the background.
Yeah,
that bit comes in.
Nice.
Is it A, your son?
I used to do.
B, somebody else's son? C, a doll? Or D, a weird-looking hand?
Oh, baby. That's a weird looking hand. Okay, flashback to when we were talking about the final monologue scene.
Yeah.
The guy was saying all of his stuff, and at one point he was saying about, I'm doing this for the people who died on the train.
Yeah.
So there was a train he was on,
Yeah.
and if he hadn't have missed the train, then he would have died.
Yeah.
So he was saying that there was someone that he knew on this train.
Yeah.
And this person was a man who had recently got engaged.
What?
He had got engaged and shown him his engagement ring from across the carriage.
Oh, no, he didn't. He did. We saw it.
Jordan, what hand was his engagement ring on?
Kieran, you pay way too much attention
On
to
his
film.
right hand, Jordan.
That's the hand you put it on when you're engaged.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you put it on your right hand when you're engaged and you swap it over when you get married.
No, that's bullshit.
That's how it works. Otherwise, you just always assume someone's married before they're engaged.
No. Because it's a different ring.
While they're engaged.
No.
Well, how are you supposed to know it's a different ring?
You know what? It's in India. It's a different culture. So maybe that's how they do it.
Yeah, Kieran, come on, stop trying to colonize everything.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
You filthy colonizer.
I just had like 200 years of colony guilt just dawn upon me at that point. Moving on. There was a point where the guy swore in his monologue. He said bastard.
Yeah.
And it was really...
You didn't need to do that in the accent. You really didn't need to do that.
But right at the start of the film, where he says bastard, he says...
You did it again!
He says it, and it's not bleeped out.
I know, yeah.
But when the terrorist guy says it, when he says... Jordan, it's your turn this time.
Bastard.
Not bad. Different.
I know, I'm very good on my Indian. I can actually do an Indian accent, you know. It's not so bad, but a little bit of chickpea. Eh? No? No, I think it is gone now. No, wait, it's back.
Hey, nice.
Mumbai is back. No, it's gone. It's gone. I went farty. Better edit that bit out.
The guy who was the chewing gum guy just found out his name. Arif,
yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand why he needed to be shot in the arm. So,
so it looked like he was in a struggle. Like, that's why he killed them. Otherwise, they just shot him, didn't they? They have no reason to shoot him.
No. Because earlier on...
Yeah?
So just after the High Commissioner guy gives them the whole spiel and says, so that's it, guys, keep it
and you might need to do something about Arif.
And you might need to do something about Arif.
Mm-hmm.
That was telling me, you got to kill Arif.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So I don't understand why it was premeditated that Arif needed to be shot. And in fact, when he shot the guy in the arm...
the time to do something about Arif was when he was taking the other prisoner. The other terrorist.
Yeah.
That's the time to do something. But I think the way that they sort of foreshadowed it made it seem like it gave it that little bit of extra tension to make you think that he's going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it makes total sense that he would shoot him in the arm because...
That bit was fine, but it's just the whole premeditated let's kill Arif.
Yeah,
thing.
I just don't
understand why.
I mean, it's just like, oh man, Arif is a loose cannon.
That's the word. Those are the two words that I was about to use.
Yeah?
Very good.
I live in your mind.
Fun times. The guy, after this whole thing blew over, the police commissioner guy drove out to where he thought the terrorist guy was.
Yeah.
First of all, should have been a convoy. Like, I don't understand why the high commissioner guy can just drive around.
Weird, yeah.
Also,
again, it's Mumbai. It's a different culture.
But no security.
Yeah, maybe like...
Because there were convoys in... Was
he definitely the commissioner?
He was like the head of the police force there.
Okay.
Because they had also spoken
to
some other guy.
Yeah. They spoke to like the president or something, or whatever, I don't know.
Also, he spoke on the phone to... I don't know who he spoke to.
Yeah.
Whilst he was driving. 6 points on your license. We've discussed this before. Straight away, no questions asked. Now, my final beef was right at the end of the film. The commissioner says he meets the guy.
Yeah.
And I think initially they don't suspect anything. But as soon as the terrorist guy picks up the phone from his wife saying, yeah, I'll be there, and all of this, yeah, don't worry, darling, and all of this, I reckon the commissioner is sus because the commissioner has heard the terrorist.
Yeah, you would have immediately... I was like, dude, stop talking, because you've been speaking to him all day.
Exactly. But the thing is that I'm pretty certain that the commissioner was like, I'm going to shake your hand because I respect you for wanting to uphold the good side of the law kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he said, my name is Commissioner blah, 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 who's... Prakash. I wrote it here. Commissioner equals Prakash. I'm Commissioner Prakash, whatever it is. And then the guy says, and my name is... And then
he told me his name,
which is a narration, by the way.
Yeah,
that was Jordan being part of the film narrating.
He told me his name,
but he didn't want to reveal his name because immediately, like, the religion is revealed or something with it.
Yeah, the religion of a man can tell. No, the name of a man can tell the religion or something like that.
Right, and he didn't want that to be part of the story. Blah 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 blah. He mentioned at the start of the film that this was not on any file. This wasn't recorded, and he mentioned it at the end of the film as well.
Yeah,
and it wasn't recorded on any file. Why? This crime, this whole incident, this whole fucking Wednesday should have been on a file.
Yeah,
this is a perfect incident to be on a file. This whole negotiation tactic, this whole killing of 4 terrorists, how is this not on a file? This is part of the problem. Sort out your admin and all of your problems will be solved.
I don't think it was an administrative issue. It was more he didn't want it to go on file. Think about it. He kind of like figured out who the guy was and it could be hairy, get back to him that he didn't do enough in his power to figure out who it was. And if it's true what you were saying about maybe he actually kind of respected him with the handshake and all of that, then that's maybe why he lost it, because he didn't want this guy getting caught and he thought that what he did was a good thing. Also, it was clear that by the end, after the common man had done his monologue, all of the people in the the war room started to side with the modern man. The common man. Yeah, sorry, I said that earlier as well, didn't I? Modern man. So it would have been quite an unpopular decision to go against. I think.
But why did you not record it? At least just write the shit down.
Because then there's a record of it, and then someone's going to see it, and they'll be like, "Well, what happened here?"
Yeah, and then they can justify it with their decisions.
What do they say?
Well, they say, "Well,
he got away. We didn't do anything. We closed it down."
Yeah, because he killed 4 terrorists.
But he broke the law.
Yeah, he did break the law. To be
Yeah, that's the point. That's the thing. Like that's the.
So, okay. All right. So I'm just trying to understand that the police commissioner is trying to say, we didn't record it because, the whole reasons behind it. But actually, the reason that they didn't record it is because the dude fucked up.
Yeah.
He should have actually arrested the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the whole... To be honest, my biggest beef with that bit was just, like, where he didn't say his name. I felt like it was just, like...
It's a bit of a cop-out, to be honest.
It was just,
No
like, they're trying to... It's like they were trying to make, like, a little mystery for the end, so you can see all the Googled, a Wednesday, what is the bad guy in a Wednesday's name? Like, like that kind of thing. It's just like, it doesn't matter. We can know his name. We don't care. It's not real. So you got a few bits and bobs?
Yeah, I've just got a few bits and bobs. Like, I found it funny when they all went into the van when they were transporting the terrorists.
Yeah.
I just couldn't help but think road trip. but also the bit I liked the most was they were all looking for this terrorist guy, right? And he's on the roof, and everyone's shitting themselves, running around, like punching people and all of this. Oh, by the way, side note. I like how in a massive chase scene, they're chasing through the whole of fucking Mumbai, and the most climactic piece of violence to administer on someone is just a clip round the ear, and then the guy falls on the ground. But anyway, so everyone's doing all that, clipping people around the ear and shouting down phones and stuff. But your boy is on the rooftop, just having his lunch.
Yeah, literally just eating a triangle sandwich.
Exactly, with the crusts cut off.
Yeah.
With the crusts cut off. And
do you want to try again?
No, I'm going to stick with that.
The crust cut off.
You cut off the cut. But rule number one of being a terrorist, always pack a lunch.
Always pack a lunch.
That's
you never
really
know what's going to happen.
Oh, you can be unprepared.
You need your energy, man.
You can't dash out for a meal deal.
No, you can't. You just can't. No.
That's the only bit in Bob I had.
I really just liked, there was one bit when, what was it? They've got they did that little scene where they're showing pictures of the guy that it might be like snippets of him, and they're like, we think it could be this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, even his wife doesn't know what he does. It's just like, India.
I just thought it was a bit weird.
So, Keiran, if you could be someone in the film, or you're going to bring someone in, what are you going to do?
If I could be someone in the film, I'd be Jai and do more.
Yeah,
in general, because he was such a good character and he was a good guy.
Yeah,
I feel like he could have done more to just save the day or something. And I thought the character of the terrorist dude, I thought he was a good character.
Yeah,
it's just like everything in between was just so, I don't know, poorly executed. I'd be Jai.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anyone I'd want to be. In terms of bringing someone in, I'd like to bring potentially someone, a hard-hitting Hollywood, potentially like to replace
Chewing gum guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Arif.
Bruce Willis, something like that. Just someone who can not look like he's just being a bad cop for the sake of it and have no depth, I really feel like his character was there because they needed someone to fill the gap, and I feel like they could have done something better. In general, I mean, there's not really anyone I'd want to be or change the film. I think the film was just odd. It was put together. It was a film.
It was a film. I just think that just so many of the sound effects just made it feel like a really long episode of Hell's Kitchen, where there was
yeah, the music was just crazy. So, Keiran, are you going to stay indoors for this one?
Nah, I'm going to go outdoors.
You're going to go outdoors?
Yeah, I wouldn't stay indoors to watch this again.
Okay. Personally, I'd say I would stay indoors if you can find a good copy. And you purchase it legally, and it's nice and straightforward and easy to watch.
I'm going to come out and say that we should be watching these legally, which I am.
Yeah, of course, which I am also. But if you're a person who doesn't feel that way inclined, you may be in for a hard time to find it. And also, if you're the kind of person that can't be bothered with subtitles, don't watch this. It's not worth it. It's like The Hunt. The Hunt was great. If you can't be bothered with subtitles, be bothered. Like, it's worth watching. But this, if subtitles don't rock your boat, don't watch this.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time.
You are gonna have a hard time. So, do we need to come to a unified decision?
No, we don't need to come to a unified decision.
Okay.
But what we do need to do is tell people what we're going to do next week.
Yes. What are we going to do next week, Keiran?
Next week, we are going to watch Mad Max
Fury Road.
So see you then.
That wasn't even rehearsed.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Can't wait. See you then, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Hiya, folks. That's the end of the podcast, unfortunately. We gave you an answer and we're sticking to it. If you would like to listen to us, some more, at 250 Reasons on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those things. You can also like and subscribe to us at podcasts on Apple, otherwise known as Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podbean. There was another one, Acast. Do we still have stuff on SoundCloud? I'm not sure about it.
Not really, no, we don't.
Okay. Well, you can find us on YouTube as well, though. And just get involved, send in your 15-second. I did it. You did it. You're proud of yourself. 15-second pitch to 250reasons@gmail.com. And we will be forever grateful. And it will also prove to Keiran that I came up with a good idea by telling people to do that.
That wasn't your original idea.
That was definitely my idea.
Okay.
I made that idea. Okay, here we go. Ready? We'll all clap hands at the same time when we leave. And all around the world will be a giant clap.
One clap.
And you'll know that everyone is listening to the podcast at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.